Hello, and welcome to another edition of 10 Minutes with Dr. Theresa. I am your host, Theresa Jones from MindWorks Collaborative. We at MindWorks Collaborative are committed to improving the equity and quality of special education programming by attracting, equipping, and retaining a diverse pipeline of special education leaders. This series was created to gather sage advice from leading educators and practitioners on topics that can fast track special educators and our broader community to success, both inside and outside of schools and classrooms. Our hope for each episode is to offer tangible and practical takeaways that can be applied to your personal and professional lives right away. This month, we are focusing on recharging. Oh my gosh, this school year, the year after the pandemic, right? And so there's been lots of pivoting, lots of changes, lots of new norms, and we're creating it. And today's guest is Theresa Noye. Theresa will be talking about this recharging, but also alignment. And so the connection with MindWorks is Theresa's actually my coach. I met her at a conference, Black and Autism, last year. And I was like, oh my God, I love her. And as she's talking, I'm like Googling, like, who's this lady? I love her energy. She's amazing. And I was so happy to find out she was actually a coach, because I was just going to be like weirdo, like, hey, so how can you help me? How can we be in communication? But luckily, she was a coach, so I didn't have to be weird. I could just sign up for something, and it became a natural, authentic thing. And she's been stuck with me ever since. I've never let her go. So, Theresa,
I never knew that.
Will you introduce yourself to our community?
Hello, Dr. Ty. Thank you so much for having me. I'm happy to be here. I'm so happy. And you know, when you have that feeling that there's something more that you're missing, that's where I come in. I work with women who feel disconnected from their success, and I guide them into developing and understanding their divine purpose so that they can live with more joy and alignment and fulfillment.
Yes. And I'm so grateful you do the work that you do. Because I was one of those women. And it's a process. And knowing that, again, I wasn't alone in this. It was like, that's her whole business. That means there's a lot of people like me. And that's a reality. And we were talking that so many people think that isolation, that they don't know this is happening, and other people feel the same way, but you're not alone. And so today I really want you to talk about why alignment matters to the work that you're doing. Like, you talk about the divine connection and alignment to your career and your life. Talk us through, like, why does alignment matter?
Yeah, alignment matters. It's everything, right? You know, when you're driving a car, and if you don't take that car to get aligned, everything gonna start shaking in the car. You think you're driving one way and it just goes off the other way, and it's just not working right. But once you take it in and you get that tune up and everything is in alignment, you can just take your hands off the wheel for a little bit and it'll just keep driving just straight. That's how we are. We were designed to be in alignment with who we were created to be. And who that person is a person that is free, that understands that they have options, and that they can create whatever it is that they want. So when you are living in a space, whether it's your job, whether it's your personal life, and actually it's all connected, right? But when something is not in alignment with who you were designed to be, you feel it. You feel it in your body, you feel it in your relationships, you feel it in your energy, you feel it in your workspace. It's gonna come out. And so that's why it's really important. It's really important.
So you talk about it coming out. So many of us have been programmed to work. You work a good job, you get you a good government job, you take this teaching job, you take this job, you do this thing and you work, you do this and you clean on Saturday mornings, you play gospel music, you just do there's this thing, right?
Yeah.
And so how do you feel it? How does it show up? What does it look like? And how do we not know it's there I just think about sisters who have these heart attacks and these panic attacks. I'm a panic attack person. So like, how else does it show up, and how do people start feeling it before they know that something's not? We've questioned ourselves. We got this job, we got this house, we got this stuff, but something still doesn't.
Yeah. And you know what, Dr. Ty, you make a good point. We have been conditioned, right, to work, and do what we do. And we've had to do that. We've had to do that. We ain't have time to just figure things out. We got to survive, and we got to make it happen, especially as if you're a woman of color. Well, no, this is not just for women, right? But if you're a person of color, right, we've had to always work and survive. And when you've been conditioned to do that, that becomes your norm. So things that you think are just the way you are is really a response to your trauma. And it becomes a part of a culture, but it really is a response to the trauma. So being short-tempered, that's just the way I am. That's,
not the neck.
The neck, right? But that's the way it is. You don't have time to listen to this. This is the way it is. This is how you're going to do it. And, so being short, not being patient with people, just snapping and popping off at little things that may seem to be really big. Little things, like even if you're trying to set up an account, right? You're trying to set up your a mobile app or something, and you have to go through a lot of different steps, and it just really irritates you. Like, you're doing too much. It's just an app, but it is. So you get a visceral response to that. That's a key that something is out of alignment there, right? When things don't go your way and you are constantly driving and trying to control it and making things happen for you, right? That's a good indicator that something is out of alignment. If you find yourself constantly overwhelmed, right, and just out of energy, you're just always exhausted, that's a key that things are out of alignment. The way that you know is when you begin to start to pay attention to your body, paying attention to how you feel, because we were designed actually to live in joy and abundance and freedom. So when you feel yourself depleted, when you feel yourself always on edge, constantly worried that there's not enough, that something's going to happen, that the other shoe is always going to drop, those types of things are key indicators that something is amiss. And starting to pay attention to those things.
Yes. So let's give three ways that you are not in alignment. And then I want you to marry those with what happens when you are in alignment.
Yeah, 3 ways that you know that you're not in alignment. Okay, so one thing I would say is when you don't have joy with your, we're talking about work, right? So I remember when I was working in student development, and I used to love being with the students, even if I got 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning phone calls for something, it was okay. But when I started to get the phone calls, and I was like, oh Lord, here come another call. Oh, here come another student. And the joy is gone when you're so much concerned about the impact that it has on you, and you're not looking at how can you serve them and genuinely enjoy them, that you're out of alignment. So that would look at your joy factor. The other thing is, if it's really hard, I'm not talking about a challenge, but when you're constantly working so hard to make things happen, that's when you can know that something is out of alignment. Because when you are in sync, there's an ease and there's a flow that comes with it, right? And then the other thing I would say is the flip side of that is when you're just bored, right? When you're
Yes.
bored and you just can do things on autopilot and there's no spark, there's no innovation, I would say that's a key indicator, right? And how do you bring it back? A quick thing that I always say is when you are able to identify, you just can look at the opposite of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you see that that you're bored, what's the opposite of that? You could look at, what can I do? I was just at an event yesterday, and I was talking to Dr. Jackie. I think you know Dr. Jackie from Align with the Divine.
Yes.
And we were talking about this. We were with the students and we were connecting with them. And we're like, oh, I just love this part of my position. And we were saying, it's so important to create spaces where you're able to do those things that bring you joy, right? So make sure that you have spaces where you can create and where you can innovate, and you're a curator of those events that spark that part of you, that creative part of you, right? The other thing I would say is pay attention. If you find yourself depleted and exhausted, remember, especially if you're working for someone, a job is just a job. Just work the job. We have this mindset that we have to go over and above, and that's, the white supremacy culture, where we can get into it another time. But the reality is the job is just a job. So give them what you were there, what you're responsible for that position, and go home and live your life. Don't take it with you, and don't be there taking on other things that you don't have to do. Okay. I would say that. And then the other piece, what did I say about joy? I would say take breaks throughout the day to refresh yourself. You get so caught up. It's okay just to push pause. And you may have to, especially for high achievers and high performers, you have to put breaks, like plan it, put it in your schedule, to get up, go for a walk throughout the day, just sit and look at nature, do things that help to reconnect you, to who you are, so that you're not constantly giving, and not replenishing, not pouring into yourself.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. We can go for another 35 minutes to 2 hours. Easy. I love talking with you. I appreciate you so much. Please, we want to make sure you stay in connection with us. We want our viewers to know who you are and the work that you do. So we'll be sure to post all your information so folks can reach out to you. Align with the Divine. Awesome opportunity for coaching and other amazing things that you can be connected to. So that alignment is just absolutely key. So joy, it's not something we should just read about, which is something we should live and experience. So thank you so very much, Theresa. I really appreciate you coming on.
Well, thank you so much.
Dr. Ty. Thank you.